Right, another day means another adventure. And as you can see, we're sitting on a train. We're about to head somewhere quite famous. I'm not going to say where it is at the moment. We'll have to wait until we get there to find out. But all I should say is we're heading away from the coast up into the wilderness, a long way, even from the nearest road. So we're going to sit back now and enjoy this journey. It should be very, very scenic indeed. Who is this? We are very, very lucky indeed, ladies and gentlemen, because we are joined once again by the great Louise Sanders. And she's now, as you can see, our journey is well and truly started. We've left Fort William and we're already sort of out in the middle of nowhere. It's brilliant. We can't tell you exactly where we're heading because it's a bit of a secret. But Louise knows where we're going. And how are you feeling about heading there?
I'm excited. It's going to be beautiful up there. Hopefully lots of snow. Hopefully not too cold. And yeah, hopefully see lots of rats up there. And sheep.
Lots of rats and lots of sheep?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there such a thing as a Highland rat?
Yeah, there is.
There is. Ah, I see. Louise knows lots and lots about wildlife. She's a bit of an expert.
But mostly excited about seeing all the snow and the lovely scenery.
And are you hoping that if there is enough snow, maybe the odd snowman can be built?
Yes.
Maybe the odd snowball thrown in my direction?
Yeah, and then I can throw some at you.
And I'll have to try and get my own back as well.
Yes.
So that could be fun.
Yeah.
Right, so we've left our the station before our final destination, which was Tulloch, and things are getting exciting now because, as you can see, we are pretty high already, not too far from the snow line. Myself and Lou are just wondering now whether the station's going to be high enough that we arrive in snow. It's like a little bit down on the grass there. But we're just waiting to see sort of what it's like when we finally reach it. We go for a walk.
What?
I said we go for a walk. Well, because of the savage wind we found at the station, I'm now narrating this part because what I recorded you couldn't actually hear. But you can see that we arrived at what is now the very, very famous Corrour station. And I'm hoping that from our rather poor acting from the previous part of the video, that you might now know which film this station features in. But if you don't, well, then I must tell you that it is. The station has been made famous from the 90s film Trainspotting. And of course, this is the part where the boys leave Edinburgh, head up to the mountains to try and clean their lives up, but it doesn't quite work out that way. They soon end up getting the return train and heading back. But this station is also famous because it is the highest station in the United Kingdom. It sits at 408 metres, so just over 1,300 feet. And it's also incredibly remote. Apart from that station house that you can see that serves food, there's only the odd bothy around, and it's nearly 20 miles to the nearest road. So it's a very, very remote spot indeed. The savage winds continued as we headed east from the station towards Loch Ossian. It was only a 2-kilometre walk, but the winds made it quite hard going and really cold in places. But the best thing about the walk was the scenery. This really is big sky country, and all we could see were the snowy moors, the distant loch, and the snowy peaks all around us. Absolutely stunning. Well, luckily for myself and Lou, we've arrived at a youth hostel. I didn't realise this was down here. You can probably see the flecks of snow. The weather is starting to come in now, and there is actually a party already here where they've invited us in. So we're going to go and have some food in the warm, in the shelter. It's fantastic, really, really good timing because we don't know what the weather's about to do. Let's go and get warmed up. made it back to the station. We're about 40 minutes early. So Louise decided that she wanted to take a bit of shelter out of the wind. She found it quite brutal walking back. But there's one place that I've just said to Louise, I'm going to be about 15-20 minutes. There's one place we've not been to yet that I've just got to check out. So I'm not again. This is sort of like almost like a tour of sort of secret places that I won't tell you about until we get there. But I can see it from the station. It's not too far away. Okay. They will say, stop, look and listen. Let's have a look, see if anything's coming. No. Anything the other way? Know the answer to this. That's a big no as well. Let's keep going. Let's have a look at this. Distances are just unbelievable. There is an amazing walk to Fort William that I'd like to do one day. There are bothies sort of about halfway. What an amazing tour that would be. It does actually end up in Glen Nevis where we actually walked yesterday. It'd be an absolutely epic walk. If there's anybody who's done it, who's watching, please feel free to comment. Just let me know sort of how challenging it is, what you found the bothies to be like if you stopped at them, and how long the walk took as well. That'll be amazing. Okay, hopefully you can hear me okay over the wind. It's pretty gusty still. But I am approaching this very, very famous landmark. I'm sure anybody who watches, who knows the film, will know where this is. It is, of course, the famous bridge that the Trainspotting lads sat on when Tommy tried to get them to climb that mountain up there. I've forgotten the name of it, but it is a Monroe. And they all sat there and said something like, "This isn't natural, man." I'm really sorry about the Scottish accent. Probably absolutely terrible. And then they decided to make a democratic decision to get back on drugs again and headed back to Edinburgh. It's amazing actually how close it is to the station. There it is. So they really didn't get very far at all. It's funny, like, looking around, it's so tense just to want to keep walking here. Mountain kind of, they just kind of suck you in and make you want to head towards them. But I bet, I've been wondering all day actually just how deep the snow is up there. I'm sure it is very, very deep indeed. And the winds up there extremely strong. It's almost like a mini Mount Everest up there. That peak. I might just sit on this bridge for a bit, then take a walk back to the station where myself and Lou will defrost on the way back. Train. Thank goodness for this. What a relief. A warm carriage awaits.